Hiya, Cosmic Cat here. How's that inner child doing today? Is he or she doing well? Some of you have there's been some rest. You've listened to your body and you allowed some rest to take place. You're starting to slow down, be still. Meditation. Someone here, your meditation has increased. You do meditate more now, and you're starting to do meditations that aren't guided because the practice that you've done, the devotion and dedication that you put in, it really started to open up and expand your ability for your own imagination to grow. And now that you have that energy, you're starting to really have more patience and be gentle with yourself. And this is why Spirit brought this card back out. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. So this is a clear sign to ask you to keep your momentum up and keep going. Keep going. They're giving me that visual of like the guy climbing the mountain. And he's climbing the mountain. He's almost to the top. And it's like the hardest part because you're almost there. But it's that extra oomph that you need just to get to the top. And you do it slowly. So this is speaking volumes about patience. You've been patient with your inner child and connecting to him or her. And now you're reaping the rewards. So yesterday was about protection with the inner child. Today we're talking about play. Today I will play. Every time I went to a toy store, I always heard my parents' voice saying, "Don't touch that. Put that down. No, you cannot have this toy." Today I will take my inner child to a toy store and play with any toy I fancy. In kaleidoscopes, I see colors and shapes in endless patterns. Plastic beads, wooden beads, sequins, and sparkles to adorn my wrists and fingers. Among the stuffed teddy bears and rubber ducks, I chose the animal of my dreams. Drums and cymbals, whistles and noisemakers beat out rhythms and make shrill noises. If I want, I may buy a toy for my inner child, or we may go home and make a toy of cardboard boxes, pillows, or water-filled bottles. Today I will find a toy and play. Yeah, today is about play. Oh, I do like that. It's about playing today. That's very sweet and kind. And of course, it is a sure way to spark a relationship with your inner child, to let him or her know that you hear them, that what they're wanting, their needs, their desires and wants are your desires, needs, and wants. And it's imperative for you to listen and allow them to have that. These are things that are definitely very common and could give a feeling of fear by being told not to touch that, not to touch this. But you're starting to really snap out of that. And knowing that your parents, knowing why your parents asked you not to touch things. Now toys, sure. Toys, why not? Why couldn't you? Why wouldn't you be able to? If it's in a box, I get it. You don't want to rip it open out of the box. If it's glass, I get it. If it's something that can easily break, sure, I get it. But playing with something for a little bit, there's usually not any harm in that. But freeing that inner child inside of you, that is what this essentially speaks in volumes, is freeing the inner child within you so that you can be as one, so that you can feel and get creative. Getting creative is huge. Let's pull some cards in this and see what that means. Okay, play with your inner child. We have the World. Number 21. An ending. And a very successful ending at that. Oh, and we have the Lovers. Ooh. Oh my. Okay, hold on here. Hold on. You want me to take all of these? Okay. So we are meant to take all of these. Let's see what story we have for you today. Well, you have some unpredictable change coming your way. And you may have felt this or known this. There's been some 5 standing out. If it's your birthday, I would encourage you to check out the birthday reading, which would also be on the 10th, and 5 plus 5 is 10. So if you've been, are you 55 maybe? So a relationship, you're grieving the loss. Someone's definitely grieving the loss here. A loss of a love that, well, it's a loss of a relationship that you thought at the time was really true, authentic love, but you're realizing, and was your world. It was your world. You lived by this. You lived by this relationship, yet it consumed you, and it wasn't really you at all, because you were just living life for someone else. Your inner child suffered big time with this because it wasn't your life. You weren't making any decisions yourself. You were just doing whatever to please someone, to make them happy. And so you're grieving that 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 part, perhaps even grieving the loss of your parents. And even though the relationship may not have been, fantastic, they were your world. For some of you, your relationship with your mother or your father wasn't great, but they were still your parents and you honored them. You appreciated what they did for you because you understand that there were sacrifices made, and also that the people typically don't just punch someone in the face for no reason. People typically don't just disappear out of someone's life just because. There's typically a reason behind actions like this. Bullies in school, typically bullies in school are mistreated at home. They're bullied at home. They're abused at home. And then they get that elsewhere as well. But your life has transitioned. You have taken this and worked through this grief. Some of you are still going through the grief, and this is why Confucius comes in, letting you know that it doesn't matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop, as long as you keep going and reaching your inner child, playing with your inner child. This could be the heartache with you and your inner child as well, in the environment. These 3 swords could very well be the thoughts in your head that are illusions, keeping you from experiencing the world in a new light, in a way that is in a way that's clear, concise, unified, connected, flow together. Yeah, and you're meant to actually, I mean, this side is completely different than this side here. Your day to day is you're starting to learn a new skill. Something that's going to help bring in, this could be a side hustle. This could be something that you're actually passionate about. Some of you are asked to take a class that teaches you courage, that teaches you discernment, how to stand up for yourself against others, how to keep your inventions, creations, your passion, your dreams, your ideas, how to keep them your own without someone else taking them. For someone, this is boundaries. And I just heard your inner child may have boundaries too. So appreciating and respecting and honoring your inner child's boundaries as well. You know, maybe if they're, just as you ask your inner child to respect your boundaries and, hey, we can't play right now, um, respect and honor theirs when you're wanting to play and they're not really feeling it. If it's not being felt in your gut, like to do so, then pay attention to that. And it may be important that you listen to your inner child, to what they're saying, and follow their guidance as opposed to using your own mind. Who's tricking who here is what Spirit says. Is your mind playing tricks on you, or is your gut playing tricks on you? Pay attention to where that energy is. Figure out how you can move forward. Some of this, if you are grieving and you're still grieving from a relationship, Spirit's asking you to seek a therapist, counselor, support group, some space that can help you with this energy at this time. And if you struggle, if this is something that even sounds uncomfortable to you, this is why you need to do it more. This is why they're asking you to do it, is because it is breaking out of your comfort zone. And we're all in the year number 9, the year of the serpent. We've got 2 months left to shed some skin, you guys. Let's do this. You can do it. Shed that skin, allow yourself to be set free, and start to move away from the illusions in your mind and move toward and forward in clarity, awareness, mindfulness. The more aware you are of your thoughts, the less confusion, the less chaos, and the less illusions that you have in your mind. That's the message I have for you today. Hope it resonates. Hit that subscribe button and that like button. Drop an emoji. Share with me how this resonates for you. What does this mean for you? Are you going through a heartache at this time? Feel free to share something about this or where you're at now, because if you are focused all your energy on this grief, it's important that you shift gears occasionally. And right now, if you are, the energy that's present for you is protection and learning how to set boundaries, how to understand what boundaries are, the rules of engagement, understand how to have healthy boundaries and set them with others that you love so that you can have a healthy relationship with them. Okay? I would encourage you also, because this reading really ties in with the 3 short videos that I do every week. I do it every moon day, and this is a moon day, so I did pull 3 new cards for this week, and they're based with numerology. One is a deity and the other one's a spirit animal. So I'd encourage you to check those out, because there's one definitely coming into play here that ties in with this, but the other 2 may as well. Share in the comments below how this resonates for you, and know it is time for you to play with your inner child. And clay is coming up, of playing with your hands. Hit that like button and let me know in the comments below if that's you. Have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.